Hey, Oprah Winfrey.
How you doing?
Oh, no, she's frozen. Oprah, can you hear?
I can.
Okay. Oh, okay, good, good, good. I was just saying to the Oprah Magazine followers that I hadn't been out of the house for 32 days, and then I went out on
I know.
Saturday to so many people. How many days has it been since you left the house? Do you even know the number?
I don't know the number of days. I came in on March the 10th, and I've been here ever since. I mean, I went to the front gate. I went to the front gate the other day, and it was like, whoa, cars.
Yeah, I know.
Cars.
When I walked outside, I went, ooh, birds, people, grass.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
so I was
I'm
just
outside
telling
in my
people,
favorite spot. You know,
where are
under,
you?
I'm under the Apostles, and what I call the Apostles because there are 12 oaks out here.
I
So
know
this is the space that I meditate in. It's like I'm sitting in my prayer chair right now. So,
Gosh.
you know, I wake up
It's
every
freezing.
morning and have Is it freezing again? You know what? Yeah, keep
Yes,
talking, and I'm
it's
going to see if I
freezing.
can. You know what? I'm going to move back. Maybe if I move back to the back
No,
porch or something. No,
stay.
he's
Right
going to
now, it's
bring a
working.
jetpack.
Okay, stay. It's working right now. So I have questions to read. You have questions to read. Do you have them right there?
Yeah. So go ahead.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to
If
read
I'm
this.
freezing, I don't look like I'm freezing to me, but
No, you're not freezing right now. So here's a question for
okay.
you, Oprah. It says, I'm too nervous to dye my hair, so it's time I start embracing my gray roots. But I feel really self-conscious about them, especially when I see myself on Zoom and FaceTimes. Any advice on how I can feel more confident about going gray? Remember Nora Ephron
No,
said
I
once?
don't have.
But remember Nora Ephron said,
No,
hair dye, the best invention for women. Okay, do you have any
yeah.
advice
No, I don't have no advice about that.
about going gray?
No, because listen, I feel like the girls were saying, so I'm staying here with two of my girls who I've known since they were 12. And so we are here in Santa Barbara with Stedman. And they were telling me the other day, we need to do something about the gray. So listen, I have hair colorists, the girls. Am I breaking up?
A little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people, this is really a problem in light of, you don't want to sound shallow because people are dying during coronavirus.
There are big things happening in the world. Listen,
But the
I've
hair
had
color
a
is
lot
a
of
big
people,
deal. Hair
it
color is
is
a
a
big
big
deal.
deal. I've had a lot of people say, just embrace your gray, embrace your gray. I'm not ready to do that.
Me neither.
Stedman has embraced his gray until it's like
Yeah.
all the way white. I haven't embraced my gray, so I would not be the person to advise anybody on embracing their gray. Because I was talking to, old friends, and, I have a lot of people who are in the graying stage. You start graying at 37, 38.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of people who, haven't seen their gray in years, and their husbands are doing their hair color.
That's me. Yeah. That's me. I say embrace your gray if you want to embrace your gray. But if you don't want to embrace your gray, I say take a trip to the drugstore, pick up something that seems easy to read, and go for it. That's what I would do.
Yeah, and you don't have to do
a
the
question?
whole thing. My thing is you don't have to do, because we're not doing like, hair color. You can do something that's less damaging to your hair, like a tint that doesn't last as long.
Yeah. And don't they have those color sticks? I've seen those color sticks that are like big magic markers that you can take and color the roots.
Just use some just now.
I think, see, that's good advice. How can I take advice, feel more confident? I don't know. I think you need to go to the drugstore, ma'am. Okay, you have a question?
I want you to feel confident if you feel confident. I have one that my elderly parents are still making trips to the grocery store, and I'm worried about them, especially because we live in different states. How do I help them understand how serious this pandemic is without scaring them? I say scare them.
Yes.
A lot of people have to be scared. So send them the statistics on the number of elderly people who have passed. Tell them the truth. I think this is no time for us to be mild about what's going on in the world.
Or diplomatic. Or diplomatic.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know what, Oprah? This is a problem for people whose adult children are saying for the first time, I now feel like the parent, because the parents think that they can just lie all the live long day, go to all sorts of places. I was going to the grocery store and Kirby and Will said, Mom, that's crazy. Stop doing that. But I
You
saw
know,
nothing wrong with running into the grocery store and running out. James Corden was telling me that his dad still wanted to go to choir practice. So Oprah's right. I think you're right, Oprah. Scare them. Show them
except
some
I called Cicely Tyson, who's 95 the other day,
yeah.
just to check in with Cicely Tyson. And she was out on the streets of New York with a mask and gloves at the grocery store.
Oh my
Something
gosh.
I would not be doing. But I said, go Cicely, if you could do that. She goes, no, I want to get out and I'm going to be out and I'm fine. So you know what? When you're 95, you can do whatever the hell you want.
I don't know. But I would say, Cicely Tyson, it's not good to be out here
I
at
did
95.
say that. And she said, thank you, ma'am. Would you like to meet my doctor?
Okay, here you go. My boyfriend and I are quarantining together in my small New York apartment, but we're starting to bicker a lot. He's getting on my nerves, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. How do I nicely tell him I need alone time?
I just think, if nothing else, is what I'm saying about this time, is the time for truth to come out. And I will tell you that one of my daughter girls, early on into the pandemic, sent a message to them, because we have a set dinner time, and we had to create a schedule, because if we don't create a schedule, then the world just slips by.
Yeah.
So we have a set dinner time every day that everybody has to make that dinner time.
What time is dinner time?
We don't wait for you. We have decided that 3 o'clock is our dinner time. Wow. And that's early, but that's when we all actually get hungry, is what we decided. I actually got hungry at 4. Some people got hungry too. So we all agreed that 3 o'clock would be the dinner time, and that's the main meal, so that, today's my day to cook. You only have to do it one time, and everybody else is on their own for the rest of the day. So it's not like a breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah.
One main meal, and everybody's on their thing. And one day, Sade sent a message to the rest of the fam saying, look, I just need this day to myself. I'm fine. I'm going to be in my room. Please, everybody, leave me alone.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And she did that because she said she was, what were you, despondent about the way of the world or something, Sade? She was despondent about the state of the world and needed some time to be with herself. So we said, okay. I went into, she's still breathing, and then, so I think for if you're in an apartment cooped up with a boyfriend or children or whatever, it is important to be able to ask for what you want. I'm just sharing that story about what happened in our house, because it's important. And believe me, for a moment, we all went, what? What? You don't want to be with us? It's just us. And she goes, I just need some time to myself. So I think being able to ask for the time that you need, that's what it means to be in a family with people who care about you. People who care about you want you to have what you need.
And I also think, while she's saying he's getting on her nerves, chances are she may be getting on his. And I also think
everybody's getting on everybody's nerves.
Yes, I agree. And I think if you're cooped up in a small space, I think you have to create boundaries and say, as Sade said, I need some alone time, and that's okay. And don't anybody be offended by that. So I think you need to tell him.
That's exactly what happened in our house. Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, you just need to tell him. Okay, Oprah, your turn.
Yeah. My best friend had only been dating a guy for 3 weeks before the quarantine, and now they're basically living together. I'm a little worried they moved too fast and skipped some important stages in their relationship. How do I?
They did. 3 weeks?
They did. Yeah, but if they're now in quarantine together, they're going to learn a lot about each other, and it's either going to work or it's not going to work. So stay out of other people's business.
So you say leave her alone. It's been 3 weeks.
leave her
What's
alone.
wrong?
She knows it's working or not. And we all know this. We've said this many times, that when this quarantine is over, a lot of people who've been together a long time will
Yes.
not stay together, because this quarantine allows you to see the truth in all phases. And so you're like, especially couples who have been going. Now you have all this time alone with that person. You can say, you know what? I do not want to spend the rest of my life this way.
Yep, I'm thinking there's going to be, Oprah, a lot of babies, or there's going to be a lot of divorces.
I think a lot of babies and a lot of breakups. So leave
I think
the
that
couple
too.
alone. Let them figure it out themselves.
I think that too.
People are saying they're ecstatic. Do you think I should move? If I moved and went back to the house, would that make a difference? You could do something right here. What can you do?
1 moment.
Simon's.
Was that Simon? Okay. We could at least hear her, though. I could hear her. I mean, it's interesting how people make allowances during these times, but I could at least hear Oprah. Now I see nothing but some hearts. Hey, Ashley Graham. Hi, Ashley Graham. Ashley Graham has a new baby son. Hi, Ashley Graham. I hope you and Justin are doing fine with your favorite son. I'm very excited for you both. Now we've lost Oprah altogether. Okay, we've lost Oprah altogether. What are they saying? Lovely Alexis.
She will be back momentarily.
But I don't know why we're switching locations while we're here live. Why couldn't we just switch locations while we could see her at the same time? That's what I would like to know. Okay, that's okay. Say hi to me, please. Hi, Teresa. Gail, how you doing? Run to rescue with love and peace. Hi, Gail from Ohio. Okay. I think it's interesting, this whole coronavirus thing, to the last question that we had when she said, how do I tell them nicely? I saw something that Dr. Phil was doing about couples or about people who are quarantining together. And he said something I thought was really interesting. He said, you all need to sit down and have a heart-to-heart about things that actually get on each other's nerves and just sort of lay it all out there, which I thought was really a very novel approach. I like that, Phil. I like Phil a lot. I think his advice is always very solid. He said, listen, especially in times like this, there's never more time to be honest. Just sit down and lay it out. Lay it out. Give it to him bone marrow straight. You know, this really bugs me when you do X, Y, and Z. I actually thought that was really helpful advice. So maybe you want to try that. You don't want to break up the relationship, but everybody gets to a place where you just need to have a little moment. You just need some little time for yourself. You getting her back?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's Oprah back. Let's see how this works. Okay, it says waiting for Oprah. Hi, Carmaretto from Gail from oh, good. Okay, let's try this, Oprah.
What were you saying? Phil said, I think Phil was saying the same thing I was saying.
No, Phil, you know what Phil said? He said, now is a good time when you're in places like this. Sit down and just be straight with a person and say, it really gets on my nerves when you do bump, bump, bump. And tell them up front, this is really bugging me. He said, lay it all out. You have nothing to lose when you do that.
Well,
and then everybody knows how you feel.
This bugs me. I just think that this, what I'm hoping is that my prayer every day is to come out on the other side of this better than I went in. And I saw somebody was saying everybody else is exercising and writing novels, and what if I just do nothing? I think whatever you choose to do, one of the things I did, first of all, I didn't wake up till 9:30 this morning. I woke up at 6 and
that's late for you.
Read the news. Yeah. And then
that is
I went
so
back
late
to sleep.
For you.
And then I just thought, what a luxury. And I get to do that because I don't have children. So and as I am in my own luxury and appreciation at the moment, I think about the moms who've been up since 7 a.m., carrying on school. But if you are alone and you have the time to just be alone with yourself and do all the things you never had an opportunity to do, this is the time to do that. I think every day about the mothers and fathers who I don't know what I would do or who I would be if I had 2 kids, 3 kids to take care of and manage school and play and activities and all that. So, you know, we've given a lot of props lately to essential workers, but I think
Yeah.
to essential parents, you
Yep.
know what
Yep.
that's like. Being at home all day with kids is a lot.
I know people always say embrace this time, blah, 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 blah. But as a single person, I actually don't enjoy this time. I don't enjoy being alone. I personally think this is the hardest time to be single. And then I've talked to other people who are in relationships that say you should be glad you're single. That's not at all how I feel. And as you know, I have never minded being single because my life, as you know, is very, very full. But I think it's times like this, you do wish you had somebody to share this with. That's how I feel. So I feel for people who are single who are not enjoying this. And most single people I talk to
Are not?
think that this sucks. No, they think this
Really?
sucks. Yes. Most single people I talk to think this sucks. But okay. All right. Here's another question for you. Oh, this will be good, Oprah. I see my partner every single day and we're just in sweatpants. It's getting harder and harder to keep things spicy in the bedroom. Any tips? Well, I ain't got no partner, but so maybe you should take this. Do you recommend wrapping yourself in saran wrap? I tried that once and was laughed out of the room.
Yeah, I tried, you know, standing at the stairs once in a negligee and Stephen said, "What's wrong? What you doing?" Here's what I got to say. It doesn't have to be spicy all the time. Sometimes mild is really okay.
Yes.
Sometimes mild is really okay. And
Yes.
so this whole idea that it has to be spice and spice and spice all the time, let it be exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Let it be exactly what it is. You know, we are now doing something we have never done and we have never done in our lifetime. We're doing a puzzle tonight.
You are? Excuse me, could somebody get Oprah? What happened to Oprah? You're doing a puzzle?
We're doing a...
Oh, my God.
Yeah, Stedman reluctantly is participating in putting together a puzzle, but we're doing it. We're doing things we've never done before.
You must video. Next time you're going to tell me you're playing charades. Okay.
No,
You're doing
we haven't
doing
tried
a
that
puzzle.
yet. Yeah.
What is it a puzzle of? What is it a puzzle of? I'm very curious.
It's dogs on a pond with some ducks.
God, I used to love puzzles when I was a kid. Now, everybody knows, Oprah, that you do the edges first. I actually have a puzzle. Actually, Alexis, could you get the puzzle that I have in the kitchen? I actually have a puzzle.
Yeah, we're doing movies. Stedman has stayed awake for the first time during all the movies because we start them earlier. So it's fantastic. Last night we did Sophie's Choice, I got to tell you. This morning I woke up, I wanted to call
scene.
the street. Oh, the girls had never seen it. The girls had never seen it. Oh, my God.
That scene, you woke up. Look, Oprah, I have a puzzle called The Old Candy Store that I keep saying. It's still in the wrapper. Kirby sent it to me.
How many pieces,
I think one day I'll do it.
How many pieces? How many
pieces? Oh, 1,000. How many pieces is yours?
We have 1,000 pieces.
There you go.
Tondo was complaining it was 1,000 pieces, and we should have started out with 500. But
no. I think 1,000. I think 1,000 is good. You said something back on one of the other questions where you said it's your turn to cook tonight. What do you mean it's your turn to cook tonight?
I mean, it's my turn to cook tonight. We take turns.
Well,
and it's my turn.
Well, last time I was there, Chef Raymond is there. Is he no longer employed?
He's employed, but he's not here.
So what are you cooking tonight?
They're off grounds. What I'm going to do tonight is some pasta form.
Okay.
Or leftovers.
You should know, Oprah Magazine followers, that Oprah actually is a really good cook. She actually can cook very well.
Compared to you, everyone is, Gail.
No. Even if you didn't compare you to me, you're actually really good. Okay, Oprah, you have a question?
Let's see. Do I have one? Chada, do I have a question from over there? Hello. Someone just did. How do we convince conservative friends to wear masks? This is ACS Girl 9. You know what I think? If people aren't wearing masks, then it means they don't care about other people. That's just
unacceptable. Unacceptable. You know what's interesting about the mask, Oprah, is Earlier, when this first started and we were told not to wear a mask, when you saw somebody with a mask, it was eye roll thinking, oh God, they're extra. Now, if you see people not wearing the mask, you're pissed because now you're endangering your life, my life,
Yeah,
and everybody's
yeah,
life
yeah.
around you.
I
That's
just
just
think not.
unacceptable.
I just think not to wear the mask when you're out is.
When you're out in public, you have got to wear your mask. Okay, there's one that says, for me, I'm tired of cooking, Gail. I know you don't cook either, true. How are you surviving? What can I eat that doesn't require spending a lot of time in the kitchen? You know, Oprah, what my go-to meal is.
Is it peanut butter and jelly?
No, cereal.
Yeah.
Cereal with raisins and bananas.
Yes.
I think that that's very tasty and very fulfilling. I alternate between Frosted Flakes or Honey Nut Cheerios. But this would be a good question for you because you actually do.
So do I. So you know, sometimes if you're only doing like one meal a day, like we're doing around here, around 7, 8 o'clock or after the movie, I get a little hungry and I'll go in and do a bowl of Honey Nut Cheerios.
Yeah.
Because
you're talking.
And then I took you up on your Frosted Flakes with bananas. Very, very satisfying.
I know, and isn't it good? Isn't it good? Okay.
Very satisfying.
Yeah, when you really want to go crazy, do raisins and bananas. Help me, Lord. Okay. Oh, I like this. I like this. If you had to choose one celebrity to quarantine with, who would you choose?
Bradley Cooper.
You would choose Bradley. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, the conversations you guys would have.
Bradley and I was going to say, Bradley and I are good friends, and we have really good conversations over text. We have good conversations, you know, over the phone when we're together. We have great conversations. So Bradley Cooper.
He's very smart. I would choose The Rock if he wasn't married. But since he is married, that's a non-starter. But I told you about that interview I did with Maluma the other day. Maluma, that Latin sensation.
Yeah.
So it's not a boy-girlfriend kind of thing, but I found him so charming and so endearing and so smart, different than other kids in the class. He invited me to Colombia. And, you know, I've always wanted to learn Spanish. So I think quarantining with him and just getting to know him and learn the language, I think would be great. He was a really, really, really nice guy.
No, Erica
I liked him. I liked it a lot.
Well, I thought that was a great interview. And and for me, Bradley, it's not a boy-girl thing, although he's cute.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, it would be, no disrespect to Stedman, but she's just so fantastic to talk to.
Number one, Bradley is also like you. He's very smart. He's a big thinker, and you guys have great conversations. So I get that. Yeah. I get that. And he's a nice guy. And a nice guy.
Yeah, so and he's quarantining with his daughter and mother, so they're doing good. Yeah. I just said to the other day, I feel like they got a backyard. Erica Katz wants to know, Gail, what is the most difficult part of this pandemic for you as a journalist?
The uncertainty of it all, and how it's such a moving target that keeps changing. That's very frightening to me. And the high death toll and how quickly it can take you out. I mean, it knows no boundaries. It does not discriminate. And my heart aches for the number of people who are dying alone in the hospital because their family members can't come. That's the hardest part for me. And that we don't really know the end. I mean, it really is a moving target. You know, whenever there is a disaster, normally, whether it was 9/11, Hurricane Katrina, earthquakes, you know that there's a beginning, a middle, and an end. And you sort of know the sequence of events. But this, you really do not know the sequence of events. And there's such disagreement among the many different states. So it's very scary to me. That's the hardest part for me.
Well, you know, I'm a praying woman. I'm a meditating woman. And every morning I wake up and I lift the curtains and, you know, I get to see a new day. And I think about all those people who woke up the same and with COVID, went to the hospital and never expected that they wouldn't be returning home.
Yes.
Ava lost her aunt. Ava DuVernay lost her aunt, and I lived through her this experience of not being able to even speak to them in the hospital. And she ended up having to go to the funeral and wear a mask, and only 10 people allowed at the funeral. I talked to
I remember that.
Yeah, Reverend Marshall Hatch in Chicago, who on the same day that I spoke to him and interviewed him for Apple TV Plus, he had buried his sister and lost his best friend in the same week. So, you know, I feel for all the people who are having to deal with that. And also, again, I think about people who don't have fresh air. I mean, because the
Yeah.
one gift we have here, I literally wake up to birds singing.
I know. I know.
And I
I
have to
do
close
envy
the
that.
shades in the windows because the birds are too loud.
I do, oh my gosh, I do envy that. I told you the other day, what's for fun for me? I just walk and look in the living room window and wave to the birds. Hi, my name is Gail. I'll be here tomorrow. But let's go
No,
back to COVID for a second, because I do think it's important. As high as the death toll is and how overwhelming and staggering it is, most people survive this disease. Most people survive this virus. It
yeah.
is very survivable. And you hear these stories of people that Brooke Baldwin from CNN just had a very rough patch. So did Chris Cuomo. You know, people have had some really horrible stories where they've been on a ventilator. There's a story in California right now in Los Angeles, the Broadway dancer Nick Cordero, who right now has been intubated since April 1st. His wife every day gives updates and goes to the hospital. Amanda is her name, who stands outside the hospital room and sings for him. And so we are all pulling for Nick Cordero to make it. His leg has been amputated. He doesn't even know that yet. I mean, that to me is one of the stories that I'm following very closely, because I so feel for Amanda with a 10-month-old baby. But most people, we did Babyface this morning, by the way. He's doing an Instagram live special on Sunday for Mother's Day, where he's written a song that came to him in a dream about his mother.
Wow.
He survived. He survived. He and Nikki,
Yeah,
his
most
wife
people,
Nikki. You
most
know
people do
Nikki?
survive. But you know, the story that's gotten me the most, there were 3 essential workers in New York, 3 who were working in the basement of a hospital. They weren't nurses, or doctors. They didn't have that title, but they're healthcare workers who were just handing out masks to everybody. And all of them now are gone. They are
Yeah.
gone. So
Yeah.
I think, you know, every night when everybody's ringing and chiming and applauding for the nurses and doctors, there are those essential workers who are the people who pick people up at the front door and are, you know,
Yeah.
wheeling them into the hospital, the people who are
The
handing out
custodians, Oprah. The
the
custodians.
custodians. Yeah.
Yes. Who are cleaning up all the medical waste. Yes.
I will tell you,
Yes.
I have always been the kind of person, you know this, and that when I'm staying in a hotel, I always, you know, leave tips for the maids. And I have this
Yeah.
game of putting
You do.
tips in places
Yeah.
so that you think you got the tip, but then you go into the bathroom and there's another one. So I've always had regard for the people who make my life easier and more comfortable. I've never not seen other people,
Yeah.
but
True.
I think now even more than ever, I will never look at people who do the so-called menial jobs the same again. Yeah, because usually in a hotel I go through the kitchen, so I'm always seeing everybody in the kitchen who's doing the, you know, so-called grunt work.
Yeah. You know, ShopRite has a great commercial on right now that says, you know, we'd like to pay tribute to our essential workers. They have always been essential to us. Now everyone else knows that they're essential, which I think is such a great way. I'm paraphrasing the commercial, but I love the sentiment of that. They've always been essential to us. Now you guys know they're essential too. Okay. Are there any questions, lovely Alexis? Because I think Oprah and I have covered everything. We've covered everything, Oprah.
Okay, this is Bo Boutster from Bo Boutster. How do you see us going
I got one.
next? Yeah, how do you see us going forward in the next few months? Thanks, Bo Boutster. Well, Bo, let me just tell you, I ain't leaving the game,
I know.
because I am reminded for the first time, you know, I'm 66 and never even thought about my age. This is the first time I've been thinking about my age. I was
Have
talking
you?
to, I was
Have
talking
you
to Bishop.
thinking about your age?
Yeah, I was talking to T.G. Jakes, Bishop T.G. Jakes the other day, and he said when he first heard the stories about the elderly, he was like, oh, so sad for the elderly people. And then he heard people 60 and over, and he went, oh my God, they're talking about me.
But Oprah, listen, I'm 65, you're 66. Honest to God, I refuse to claim myself as elderly. I don't think that's what elderly is. I don't.
Yeah, I don't. But
don't.
believe me, that is what they're talking about when they're
I
talking
know.
about older people. And so I also, as everybody knows, had pneumonia last year, and it's taken me a long time to get through the bronchial stuff. I can still hear it in my voice. If you listen and know me well, you can hear there's a little raspiness in my voice. So I consider that a pre-existing condition. So I will not be leaving the gates this
For the
summer.
rest, for summer. Do you
Yeah.
think you'll poke your nose out in the fall?
I probably won't. I might poke my nose out, but I'm also.
It's hard to say. I'm going to wait on.
I'm
I
going to
think
wait
summer
and see.
2020 is done. I do think summer 2020 is done. I do believe. I'm not interested in traveling or a vacation in the summer. I am hoping that things will lighten up by the fall. I am hoping that.
Well, I don't know if they will or not. So, Bo Bouncer, who asked that question. So I have canceled everything that was on my calendar out of my gates
For the rest of the year?
for the rest of the year, including O Magazine's 20th anniversary party that we were going to be having a big shindig, hula hoopla thing. Cannot do that because I do not think, certainly for myself, it's going to be safe to be in large group settings. And I
Yeah.
will not be doing that
That's
for
the other
myself
question.
until we are certain that
That's the other question.
this virus is no longer amongst us in any form. And I'm actually more concerned and more determined to be behind the gates and have everybody who works for me within the compound here, because now as we open things up, I think it's going to be worse, get worse.
It's going to be another wave. It's going to be another wave.
And yeah, I'm worried about that wave.
I want to take
Yeah, I'm so worried about that wave that Sadie is quarantining in another house right now.
Sadie, your favorite dog, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where is she? What house is she?
In the guest house.
Oh, wow. For how many days?
14 days.
Because Sadie had an eye infection and went to the vet. But I told you, Oprah, the dogs can't give it to humans. They can't.
And then I heard about a pug in New York.
But the pug didn't give it to somebody. Somebody gave it to the pug.
We don't know. We don't know that.
Yeah, yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Okay. And I heard about the 2 cats.
Okay, but they're not a dog. They're not a dog. Okay, this is a good one. This is a good one.
2 cats are not a dog.
Cats are not a dog. This is a good one. I've been doing a lot of virtual happy hours with friends, but I think at this point we're all kind of over them. What's the most interesting virtual party that either of you have gone to? Any ideas? And I got a great one for this. We play on Zoom. There's a group of people that play on Zoom. You know the game, Villagers and Werewolves. We call it Mafia. Mafia and Villagers and Werewolves are the same thing. You can play that game on Zoom, and it is a whole lot of fun. I highly, highly recommend that. You remember when we played Villagers and Werewolves?
Yeah. With Bradley Cooper.
So there's a way that you can play.
Yeah, with Bradley Cooper. Yeah. Bradley Cooper introduced me to that game.
Bradley was the narrator, and he was really good when we did.
Really good.
Very good.
Well,
so I highly recommend that.
You know it's gone too far if I'm playing games.
Yeah. Oh, somebody just said Oprah's gone too far about the dogs. Shoot it.
Have I?
I can't. Yeah. It said Oprah's gone too far.
No, this is what happened. Person who says I've gone too far. So I was looking at my dog, Sadie, who is so beloved. We're missing her so much. She went to the she had an eye infection.
Yeah.
So we had done the whole antibiotics. And then she went to the vet, and I was doing the whole thing through telemed. And the vet was, she started out with her mask on, but then took the mask off while she was doing Sadie's eye and was in her thing, literally talking directly into her eye with the mask down. And so that caused me some concern. I may have gone too far, but I'm just being extra precautious.
Well, somebody said better to be safe than sorry, Queen.
That's what I feel too. And believe me, it's real hard for all of us. Gail, it was so sad that
your picture's gone, Oprah. Oprah's picture's gone.
Yeah, it was so sad.
It looks like it's covered up. Oprah, did you cover up your lens?
Your finger over it. I don't know. Yeah, you did.
Yes.
Yeah. You're looking at the back instead of the front.
Yeah.
There's Simon with his mask on.
Yeah. Okay, now we're looking at a tree. We're looking at the statue. Okay, there's
good.
Oprah.
Now you're looking at me again, right?
Now we're looking at trees.
I don't know what happened. Now you're looking at Sade.
I see Sade. Hi, Sade. I see Sade.
Okay, there it is.
Okay, there
I
you
don't know
are.
what happened.
Okay, but finish up. Finish up. Finish up.
I forgot what I was talking about.
Because you were talking about going too far. But this is the thing. Dr. Anthony Fauci, who I do think is the most respected and trusted man at this time, Anthony Fauci said he likes it when people say that he's overreacting, because that's a sign that they're doing something right. It made me think of you because I do think it's a little redunculous that Sadie has to be in the guest house when I don't believe that dogs can get it. And I know how much you care about her.
Well, you know, we heard don't wear a mask. Now we hear do.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Like
so
I
said,
the girls yesterday, the girls went and just looked at her through the window, and they said it was so sad because she has a little cone on her head, and they were going, "Don't do it because it'll just make you too sad." Stedman's like, "Can't we get her a test? Can't we get her a test?" I'm like, "Stedman, we can't get a test."
Oh
no, can't we just get her a test? Yeah,
I know.
No, I'm just being extra precautious, y'all. You know, I literally asked myself the question, if there is a 100 million chance that she would have contracted something and now is going to give it to me, how would I feel when I'm sitting in the hospital on a respirator saying all I had to do was keep her quarantined?
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay. All right. This
has been fun. Thank y'all for
joining
see us.
Good to see you.
Yeah, I wore yellow just for you.
Oh, wait. We have one more question. Wait. Alexis, can you have Gail ask Oprah say what? Alexis, say hi, Alexis. This is lovely, Alexis. Alexis,
hi, Alexis.
Can you have Gail ask?
Y'all are very close
say
there.
Oh, this is good. Yeah, but we've been together now for over 2 months. We're good. Okay. Okay. Oprah said.
Does Alexis live there?
Well, she lives in New York. She has her own place. She lives here and goes to her place.
But she only does that. She only goes.
Yes, she only does that. Yes. She lives in New Jersey, so she's moved from New Jersey just to be here in the city.
That's so nice of you, Alexis.
I think it's hard. She's away from her family, but we're here.
We're social distancing.
Yeah, we do. We social distance. We're good. Okay, we heard you have a Baby Archie book club gift. What book recommendations do you have for kids? They're driving me nuts. I did like it, though, Oprah, when I saw Megan read the story to Archie the other day. And I saw Archie's book club. I thought that was so cute. So,
yeah, I heard some companies said that they're now going to do it. They're making stickers for babies so that you can buy them for like 90 stickers. I think it's a great.
Oh, because it's such a great gift.
I do think it's my standard baby gift for people that I really care about.
But it's so unique to you. Yeah.
Yes. I have a list of 100 books. So it's usually 100. I think I probably gave Archie maybe 100, 150 books. So I couldn't, of course it's Goodnight Moon is in there and Give a Pig a Pancake.
Oprah, Love You Forever.
Love You Forever is in it. All the traditionals, but it's like over 100 books.
All the classics. I think that's a great book. I think that's a great book, big gift. And I love the way she was reading and he's so cute. I thought it was very nice.
Yeah.
Oakley dokley, this was good.
Okay, magaziners. Bye, Gail.
Bye.
Gail, are you going to go out for Mother's Day?
What'd you say?
Are you going to go out for Mother's Day?
I don't know. If the weather's not good, I'm not. If the weather's not good, I'm not.
Oh, yeah.
I always, this is hard because Mother's Day, we're always together. Favorite daughter, Kirby, favorite son, Will. Either I'm there or they're here. So that's going to be weird. That's going to be weird. Even though they're 33 and 34. I still like spending Mother's Day, so I think I'll be right here looking at the birds.
Out the window.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go start dinner.
Okay. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye. Now we're supposed to hit end.